Hello, welcome everyone. We have decided to record this class today to make it more accessible for everyone to cut to it when they have the space and time in their day. I am Serena, for those of you that don't know me, and I'm going to introduce the lovely Tanya Roby in a minute, who's going to help us navigate this class about this beautiful business opportunity that we do with Sharing Young Living. So I want to talk a minute about my story in this journey, because I feel like it's important to acknowledge where I was at, which is, I think that until Young Living came into my life, I would have never considered doing network marketing. And I understand now that I also just had no understanding of what it was when I had those thoughts and feelings about it. I acknowledge that sometimes I see people that do network marketing online doing horrible, skeevy things that feel really gross. And I get really like, oh, is that what people think that I do? I get kind of like, I understand. It makes me really understand why it is that some people might have an apprehension to it. And so I was really excited to pull this class together, because in this journey of trying on this business for about the last 5 years, I've learned so much, and I've grown so much, and I've grown such a beautiful community and so many friendships, and such a better understanding of myself and of finance and of wellness and so many different layers of things. So I wanted to start by calling out that yes, some network marketing companies do really gross, skeevy things, and I can't blame people for feeling grossed out about them. I do too. And I just want to acknowledge that also not all network marketing companies are alike. When I think about growing up and all the different ways in which I've interacted with companies that have felt good. I remember my grandmother used to sell World Book Encyclopedia door to door, and that was network marketing. And when I bought that now in hindsight hideous peach colored lipstick I wore in high school from like the girl that sold Avon at school, that was network marketing. And I own more leggings and bags than I care to say from other friendly network marketers. And I think it gives people the opportunity to have a business from home, and also to just supplement their income to not just support like with finances in their households, but also like for their dreams. So it's amazing to see like when your network marketing like side gig paycheck can like help you have the finances you need. Maybe it's to send your kid to dance or to summer camp or something, but maybe it's also, for me, it's to give me the space to put time and money into my passion projects. So that feels exciting and amazing. It feels like it's supporting me and growing in the ways that I want to grow. And I know that one of the wonderful things is that right now, when there's all of this stuff going on with the market and finances and a lot of businesses not doing well, I'm inspired to see how many of my network marketing friends are doing amazingly well, and actually their businesses are thriving. And we're thriving in supporting people and feeling good, and supporting people and staying healthy, and in supporting people in managing their emotions. And that feels like we're creating communities of wellness, that we're empowering people to have tools in their hands. And that feels like a wonderful gift to the world in this moment when people are kind of going through some turmoil and not necessarily, smoothly. And I also just wanted to share that, there's a lot of beautiful stories about close friends from retiring their parents to just being able to chip in and contribute to the monthly bills. There's just a lot of ways in which I see that having a small home business serves people on the day-to-day, and serves families and serves communities. And I also, my last point is about diverse streams of income. I think it's really important, and now it might be a really obvious time to know that it's really important to diversify our streams of income. And if you study anything from financial experts or people that are really successful in business, they'll all say the same thing, that diversifying your assets is really important, and having diverse streams of income for when a crisis hits is huge and really important. So those are all the reasons why I wanted to kind of pull this meeting together and have you all here and ask the lovely, beautiful, wonderful Tanya to speak to this. So Tanya has not only been my friend for a very long time, she's also an incredibly successful network marketer. Tanya is a gold leader with Young Living, and she not only introduced me to this oils and to this business, but also helped me open this kind of window to seeing possibilities that I wasn't able to see before, and to consider why this might be a good fit. And Tanya wrote an amazing, beautiful story and book about this business and about how to succeed in it. So I'm excited that she gets to share her heart and her knowledge with us today. Thank you, Tanya.
Thank you so much, Serena. I'm really happy to be here today. I feel like this is a time more than ever where knowing about options of ways that we can work from home, ways that we can take care of ourselves, and ways that we can be of service to others is more important than it's maybe ever been. So thank you, Serena, for asking for this. And thank you all for watching. We hope that this recorded version really meets you where you are. I'm finding some days I need to stay in bed and do less, and other days it feels really great to be on the screen. So blessings on your journey in this. I want to share just a little bit about myself before we get into the real content of this class, which, as Serena said, is to share with you not only what does it look like, feel like, what do you actually do if you choose to do business in partnership with Young Living Essential Oils, but also how is the network marketing model different than trading time for money, than salaries and dollars per hour working, the way that most of us are taught how to make money. And how does making money in a different way potentially open up other streams of abundance in your life, abundance of time, abundance of ease, abundance of community. A couple of my favorite abundances that have come in since I started this business. So to share just briefly, for those of you that don't already know me, I was introduced to Young Living about 7 years ago or so. And at the time, had no interest in essential oils and had a lot of eye rolls and shrugs and unknowns about the network marketing profession. I was introduced to the oils through my sweetheart, who grew up in a family of healers, and he just always had oils in his pocket. And soon after we met, my grandmother passed away. And I was really knocked down by my grief. I was kind of in the fetal pose in my empty bathtub kind of grief, couldn't eat, couldn't function well. And Thomas said, let me just come over and share some oils with you. And I kind of was like, whatever, leave me alone. He's like, I think that they'll help. And so he came over and he put some joy on my heart and some Valor essential oil on my feet. And within a matter of seconds, I was hungry. It wasn't like my grief had passed, but there was this remembering that, like, oh, right, to feel good, there's things I need to do, like eat and get out of bed, and a sense that the grief would pass. And that was huge. That was a huge, as somebody who always kind of battled big emotions, was at war with my emotional body a lot of the time. It was this kind of like flag of support, like, oh my gosh, there's a frequency. There's many frequencies that can help you feel better. And so for me, my journey began by really needing and wanting emotional support. And getting to hang out with my sweetheart, with Tama, using his oils and eventually buying my own oils opened up a whole gateway to me. I also teach yoga, and I got into the practice of teaching yoga because I yearn to help mitigate the suffering that comes with the human experience. I think as humans, it's something we all know, suffering, and that to have different tools that we can access and reach into in challenging times in our lives are so valuable. So that was where my journey began, was feeling the tools, feeling the oils, the essential oils and the other essential oil infused products as support tools in my life. But the other thing about my life at that time was that I was working all the time. I had left behind a 9 to 5 because I really hate being told what to do. I wanted to be my own boss, so I became self-employed, which was great in some ways, but it was really challenging in that I wasn't a great boss. I gave myself so much work. I was more, on call for my clients than I had been for my previous bosses. And before I knew it, I was working 7 days a week, 14-hour days. I had just finished graduate school. I was in a ton of debt, and I was hustling. When Tom and I met, I didn't have time or space or energy to do my life. I was just constantly in go mode. In fact, he had to wait 3 weeks for his first date with me because my calendar was that booked with paying hourly gigs. And I was exhausted, and I was in my early 30s, and I thought I was invincible and I could do it forever. And then Tama comes along and he's doing this as a business. And to be honest, I almost didn't date him because I thought, I don't know if I could ever take anyone seriously who does network marketing. I didn't actually know what network marketing was, but all I knew was to roll my eyes at it. But then the thing is that, we were dating and I was spending a lot of time with him, and I was realizing that his life was about being of service to people, that his job was getting on the phone and asking about people's lives and loving on them, that when people called or had situations like myself when my grandmother died and I was, crippled in my grief, he had tools to help me get up again. And that was cool. That was really powerful. And the coolest part was that he was working with people like one of his best friends who lived in California and another best friend who lived in Connecticut. And they were all servicing communities. And he started making as much money as I was making, hustling, working my 70-hour weeks. And it felt like we both had this desire to make positive change and be of service in the world. And that when it came down to it, he was doing that and had time to also have a life. And I was doing it, and I was limited in my reach, and I was also limited in my energy and my time. I was exhausted. So for me, network marketing came in as a very unexpected, magical treat and absolutely turned my life upside down, inside out in all the best possible ways. As a gold leader now, I've been able to replace my hustle income with residual passive income. We're going to be talking more about residual income, what that means. And so I feel like it feels like a moral obligation to help other people who, just like me, were confused or uneducated about what this profession is, understand that there is a really powerful, potent, beautiful way to be of service to yourself and others while creating different streams of abundance in your life. So I'm going to be sharing a couple screens with you throughout this class, and I want this to be an interactive opportunity for you to really get to participate fully. So if you don't already have a notebook, a journal, please grab it. You can ignore the times. We're doing a modified class because we're trying to keep this short on Zoom here. But I'd like you to take just a moment to get out your notebook. And in the context of why are you here? Why did you turn on this video? Why are you watching this class? I think it's important when we try on new ideas and new decisions to have a sense of where we are now and where we want to go. So this is a class about, opening up a potential second stream of income for yourself and your family. And I think it's important to understand where you are right now. So please take a moment. I'm going to keep moving forward in the video, but press pause with these questions up on the screen and go ahead and journal into them. What are you currently doing to generate income? And if that's recently changed for you, feel free to write that down. What do you love about the current work that you do? And that can be right now, potentially from home or in more normal times, whatever normal means. What you would change about it if you could? Why you are seeking change? And I'm also curious, in times of commute, how many hours a week do you work, including the time it takes you to get back and forth to the office? So just press pause on the video, journal into those, and then I'll be back in a moment. Once you've completed those questions, the last thing I want you to jot down is, why are you here? Why are you here? And the reason I asked that question and that I think it's so important is that we're talking about entrepreneurship in this class. And to be an entrepreneur is to move from a place of purpose and passion over having to show up or you'll get fired. It's a very different means of motivation. And it's an important motor in the entrepreneurial path. So know why you're here, and we're going to dip back to that. You can go ahead and set those notes off to the side. So network marketing with Young Living, what is it? Basically, what it looks like. So this is what it means. To be in, sorry, I'm trying to pin the video. Okay. To be in network marketing with Young Living means that basically to be in network marketing in general is to go into partnership where with a company that provides a service or a product. Okay. So it's this idea that there's a company that has something wonderful, something of value to bring forward into the world. Okay. With Young Living, Young Living is a huge online health food store. Essential oils are kind of at the heart, at their center. But they are a huge online health food store with all kinds of essential oil infused products, ways to replace toxic chemical stuff out of your house with pure healing plant vibrations. They have everything from beauty and hair care. We have a lot of other classes that teach more into the incredible product line that Young Living has. But one of the primary things I want you to know about Young Living, one of the things that brought me there, is Young Living is a grassroots movement to uplift humanity and heal the planet. When you walk into their warehouses, they have a huge mural painted on the wall that says purpose over profit. Gary Young, the founder of Young Living, started creating these products to create solutions for his own body's needs, his own body, heart, and spirit. And Young Living has been creating solutions in a way that works in harmony with the planet. It is the most remarkable, generous store that I'm aware of. The Young Living Foundation pours millions and millions of dollars into projects on the ground throughout the United States and internationally, all over the world. It is an absolutely extraordinary company that has always cared more about being of service and being of support to humanity and the planet than of making profit. I am happy to say, with that mission statement and with that kind of integrity, they have become a multi-billion-dollar company, one of the fastest growing companies in the network marketing profession. And it is an honor and a privilege in my world to be able to be an advocate and a supporter of them. But so what it means to go into partnership with Young Living, so to do network marketing is to be an entrepreneur, it's to be a creator, it's to found your own company in partnership with Young Living. Young Living's job is to create all of the products, is to take care of everything from, with Young Living, all of our sourcing comes from our own farms. So it's Young Living's job to find farms, to maintain those farms, to grow the plants, to distill the oils, to create the new products. It's also their job to distribute our paychecks, to manage all the monies, people's orderings and shopping. That's Young Living's job. Okay, our job, if we say yes to this profession, is outreach and education. Write that down in your notebook. My job as a network marketing professional with Young Living, okay, is outreach and education, to be of service to others in times of need and in times of thriving. Okay, so what do I mean by that? Your job is to create a team or an organization, a group of people that love to use Young Living. Okay, statistically, about 95% of that community that you'll create will be customers, folks who just want to shop and buy essential oils or buy infused products. And then about 5% of your team will be leaders, people like Serena and myself who see the value in this work, who work from home, get out into the community, whether that's over Zoom or in person in different times, and love on people. Educate them. Hey, this is where these amazing products live. Do you want to hear about their wholesale discount? It's an incredible opportunity. Okay, so you're going into partnership. Your job is outreach and education to grow a team of people who want to shop. Okay, now that's kind of what we do. What that looks like doing outreach and education, it can look a lot of different ways. My favorite way to do it is having small classes in my living room, classes in my friends' living rooms, classes on Zoom, classes at my yoga studio. I offer yoga classes that infuse oils so people can actually put them on their bodies and have their experience and decide if it's something that they want to partake in, right? People don't know if they want something unless they have an opportunity to try it. So a lot of our job is figuring out creative ways that people can have experiences, that people can have opportunities to go, hey, wow, I was really grieving and I put these oils on and all of a sudden I'm hungry. What is that? I need more of that, right? So that's the work. But here's the part that is really different than traditional work, or what I learned. I think that most of us, when we are in school, whether that's in elementary school, middle school, all the way up, we're taught to be employees. We're taught to get jobs. We're taught to be responsible and be a good employee. And that's great. And that works for a lot of people. And that's wonderful. Okay. But it's not for all of us. It's not for all of us. I think there's a handful of us that just absolutely can't stand being told what to do, love to be our own bosses, want to have more freedom, want to be able to create our own schedules, want to be able to work from home, want to be able to have their, only professional look from the waist up because we got pajama pants on, and that's cool, right? Especially right now, it's a really powerful time to work from home. Okay, so, but what's different with network marketing is that it's not about going out and making sales and getting paid just on that commission, not with Young Living, okay? What network marketing uses are, write down these two words: leverage and residual income. Leverage and residual income. So in a traditional job, I go in, I work, and I get paid on my hours, right? Or if I was a traditional salesperson, I go out, I sell things, and I get paid on my sales. Okay, leverage, the concept of leverage in the context of the network marketing profession, or in this context, leverage is teamwork. It's that idea that, when Tama was loving the oils, and so was his friend in California, and so was his friend in Connecticut, and then I started loving the oils, and then my best friend Serena started loving the oils, and we all started sharing them with our communities. Of course, Serena and I have a lot of the same friends, but she also knows over 1,000 people that I've never met before and might never meet. Right? And that when there's a lot of us carrying that same mission forward, with Young Living, the mission is about bringing wellness, purpose, and abundance into more people's lives. When there's a whole team out there sharing that same message, you have leverage, which leads to residual income. Okay, in the way that our compensation plan works, if you have multiple people in your community out there sharing, you got paid not only on the sales that you personally bring in, but you're also getting paid on the work that your community members are doing. Okay, so I want to offer you a visualization of what that looks like. If you are already a Young Living oiler, please take a moment to put on oils. We should have already done that. Whenever you got to use the brain, use oils. That's what I say. All right, doesn't matter which Young Living oil it is, but go ahead and oil up. And if you would just take a minute to close your eyes and find your seat. Take a couple breaths. And as you breathe from your palms, taking in that oil, or if you don't yet have essential oils, just taking in a nice full breath, take a moment to reflect on one way that that the oils, if you have them, have brought value into your life. Like maybe right now you're using a lot of valor for added grounding and to feel a little more safe in the body. Or maybe the gratitude for how incredibly delicious and opening to the respiratory system raven oil feels when you breathe it in. What are these little mini miracles that you've experienced, the ways that Young Living has brought value into your life? And then just as you breathe and consider that, feel that, imagine that imprint, the value of Young Living as like light in your body. And then imagine somebody that you love, a few people that you love, being nourished by that kind of value. High vibe frequencies, uplifting, feeling support when support is needed. And each being that you imagine sharing that light with, they begin to glow. And then amongst all of those glowing friends, not all of them, but just a few of them, imagine them catching this desire to share this kind of light and sharing with a few of their friends. And that light rippling out in all directions. And then allow yourself to just gently come back. Opening the eyes. And I'm just going to give you a visual here of what perhaps just imagined. But notice as I get this visual up onto the screen, how you feel in your body right now. And that notion of being able to share beyond your own reach. So maybe your visualization was a lot more beautiful and full of light than this black and white image, but this is another picture of what leverage looks like. So if you can see my cursor there, imagine this one here is you, and you're sharing with your friends who share with their friends. And leverage and residual income is getting paid on all of that. not just the handful of people that you personally reached. Okay, so not only does it offer the potential for huge impact in a message spreading, but also provides the opportunity of potential impact in your bank account. Yeah. Okay, so leverage, teamwork, doing it together, getting paid on not just your efforts, but the outcome of your overall work. And residual income is that notion of getting paid on beyond your own efforts. Moving forward in these last few minutes of this class, I want to share with you, I think that if we're ever considering, when we're considering taking on new work, oops, let's see. Can you see, Serena, do you see the Young Living Income Disclosure Statement?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful, thank you. I think that when considering work, it's important, right? Well, what would the work be and how much can I possibly make? What would my paycheck be? So this is the part that's really different, right? And this is another place where I think people misunderstand network marketing. People call it schemes or like it doesn't work. It works if you work it, but it's a job. Okay, this is not a get rich quick thing. It's really not. It takes a lot of effort. It took me 5 years to get to gold. I could have done it a lot faster if I had taken it seriously and taking the training seriously. But because it's a business, it's something that you have to build. You think about anybody founding a company. And I think on average now, the net average is it takes about 5 years for a company to begin to make profit, right? So with network marketing, you absolutely can do it a lot faster, but you need to be thinking as a boss, not as an employee. I'm building a company. I'm not going to run out there and just sell a bunch of starter kits and boom, I'm rich. No, I'm building an organization. Community takes time. But what's amazing about this work is that you can do it in 15-minute segments on your phone throughout the day. You know, you can do it now. You can do it an hour from now. Okay. So I want to explain a little bit the potential. So what you're seeing here is a graphic that my friend Katie made. And this is pulled from the 2018 version of the Young Living Income Disclosure Statement. You are welcome to Google it. You'll have much bigger charts and explanation. I just wanted the type to be big enough to be able to see on a share screen. This is the graphic from within the book. So what this looks like, if you look here on the left-hand column, rank star, senior star, rank in network marketing is instead of getting promotions, you climb in rank. And as you grow in rank, your team grows, your paycheck grows. Okay. So the first rank that one can achieve in with Young Living is called star. With star, your overall group volume, all the sales that happen from you and your friends that you've shared with, is at a total of $500. And the average monthly income, as you can see there in the middle column, is $22 a month, right? Not a big deal just quite yet, but it's a beginning. It's a beginning, right? Senior star, second rank advancement, average income of $129. Executive, we jump up to $320. Monthly, this is average monthly income. And when we hit silver, this is kind of the turning point we talk about with Young Living. You're looking at an average monthly income of $1,300. Okay. Now I want to pause right there and point out a couple things. Number one, when we think about traditional business, we get a paycheck generally. And for those of us in salaried positions, teachers, doctors, what have you, most of us see a raise, a small percentage raise, like 1 or 2% raise every year if we're lucky, right? Look at the growth here. This is not linear growth. This is exponential growth, right? From senior star at making $129, your next rank advancement, notice how your income more than doubles there. Okay. Jumping up to silver, that's more than tripling your income. This is not a 1% range. This is exponential growth. Okay. Now it takes time to get your business off the ground, right? If you were running a restaurant, how many years or weeks would you need to be in service, serving all those meals before your restaurant was going to start to make profit? Okay. In network marketing, this is an earn while you learn. You got to get out there in the field and do it. This is another place where sometimes people mess up. They are not trained yet and they go out there and they're an idiot to their friend. Maybe it's happened to you. I'm sorry if I ever did it to you when I was first getting started. Like, it's awkward learning new skills, right? But when we can be of service from a place of integrity and of desire to love on people, that shows, okay? That comes in future trainings. Anyway, having trained others in this profession for many years now, I think of star, senior star, and executive as your training period, right? This is the time where you're learning how to do this profession well, in a way that it can uplift humanity and protect the planet and be of service to other people. by partnering with Young Living, right? Beyond that is when the business really gets rolling, okay? Silver average monthly income is $1,300. At gold, that triples, more than triples, almost quadruples, to bring in an average monthly income of closer to $4,000. Platinum monthly income is making near $10,000 a month. Diamond income, $27,000 a month. Excuse me, $26,000 a month. Crown Diamond, we're looking at close to $50,000 a month. And Royal Crown Diamond averages $128,000 monthly. Take a breath and notice what you're feeling in your body. I'll confess that when I first saw this chart, I kind of couldn't read much past silver and laughed and rolled my eyes and called it a scam when I looked at the platinum, diamond, and above numbers. It was beyond what I could imagine for myself at that time. And that's part of what this profession has taught me, how to dream bigger and how to see myself as a successful person, right? As the creator of my destiny, not the victim to the cards that I was handed. This is an empowerment profession. But what Serena was saying at the beginning, I think is so powerful, because what's really cool about being your own boss and your own creator of your own business is you can do it any amount. I bet you there's not one person watching this video that having an extra $300 a month coming in, that wouldn't help. There are statistics that if an average family had an extra $500 a month, that divorce rates would drop significantly. Getting a car payment covered, having extra money, like Serena said, to fuel the dream and the passion projects. Money that's yours for you and your dreams, or maybe it's money for your kids' tuition, or maybe it's money for your car payment, or I don't know, but executive can be a game-changing paycheck. Gold, that's changed my life. That's changed my life. And watching my in-laws go platinum and evolve their lives from earlier time of deep poverty and struggle to a place of financial independence where they can be of service to their family and community and take care of themselves is astounding. So I want you to please pull back out your notes that you took at the beginning of this class and take a look at these numbers and feel in your body for a place of resonance. Like maybe you, like me, can't look at the platinum number just yet, but the idea of an executive income is like, ooh, there's some opening in the throat or chest, you know. Or maybe you're more like where I am now, looking at that Royal Crown Diamond number going, oh my goodness, what could I do for the world? Bringing in $130,000 extra dollars monthly that I could put wherever I want to put it. Right? It doesn't matter how big your dream is today. But when you look at these numbers, I want you to circle or write down in your notebook, what's a number that creates that first level of openness, of just like maybe a big exhale, like, oh my gosh, having that number come in would be great. And then go to the next step. Like, allow yourself just for a moment to dream, well, what if I let myself get to that next level? Okay. And then I'm going to pull up a couple, we're almost to the end of class here, but I'm going to pull up just another series of questions for you to take a look at, or for you to journal into. Give me just a moment. And a bigger training system on what this is. Thank you for Serena for noting it. I have a book that is should be live on Amazon any moment. It's called This is a Path of Love, and This is a Path of Love takes you through a step-by-step training system to walk you through this training period that I just referenced. And now I'm going to bring up to you on screen, if I can find you again. I'm learning so much about technology in this time. So cool. Okay. Great. Serena, are you seeing journaling exercise? Can I move this over more? There we go. Journaling exercise? Yes. Okay, so we kind of just did this already, but just taking another couple moments to reflect on the numbers that we just went through together. And reflecting back on those first notes that you wrote down when class started about, you know, why are you here? And what are you currently doing? What do you love about it? And what would you like to change about it? Write down. Reflect on this income disclosure. What rank would you need to achieve to call that kind of transition into your life, that kind of transformation into your life? This is a part-time hustle that you can build this on the side. And then ask yourself, like, how soon would you like to achieve that goal? And then being honest with yourself. Given how your life is right now, and I know there's a lot in there right now, how much time are you willing to give each week to make that dream a reality? And if I invite you to linger in these questions, to take some time to press pause on this video and write into them. For the sake of wanting to keep this recording short, I'm going to move forward to our closing. I'm just reviewing my notes. Yeah. So I want to say one more thing in regards to thinking about this business. As humans, I think that many of us default to instant gratification, right? The traditional business model of I go to work and I get paid every week or every 2 weeks it has a sense of safety, which I know is being questioned right now for many of us at this time, but of like, I always know what kind of money is coming in. And I know that if I work this many hours, I'll make this much. Being an entrepreneur is different. We don't get to predict and say, okay, well, I'm definitely going to enroll 10 people this month. Like, it doesn't always work out that way. We work with humans. Humans make choices, right? Your business is going to grow the level and energy that you are willing to put into it. Okay. And I will admit to you that the hardest part about this business is that at the beginning, when we're trying to learn the most and we know the least and we have the most insecurities and the least number of answers, is when our paycheck is the smallest. And I think a lot of us, I know myself, motivated by money, not because of, oh, I wanted to be super rich, but because I needed to pay bills and eat. You know, and like, how could I possibly pour time into my Young Living business when I could teach that yoga class right now or work with that editing client right now and have income now? And so this is a business that you are building for your future self. Time is going to pass anyway. Where do you want your life to be 5 years from now? They call this a 4-year career. It took me 5 years to create a livable income from it on its own. And it's just the beginning for me. And the lifestyle freedom, the amount of time, energy, and authority of my life that I have now is unparalleled to what I thought was possible for adults. Every grown-up I knew and was ever raised by and surrounded by worked their butts off from the moment the sun rose until hours after it went down. And what network marketing is teaching me is that life matters. Friendship matters. Friends and playfulness is not something I should earn after having worked enough hours in the day, but I want love to be my job. And partnering with Young Living makes that an opportunity. Love on others for a living. Show up. In network marketing, like in most businesses, we have to invest hundreds of thousands of dollars to open our doors. In network marketing with Young Living, to open your doors to start a business, you purchase a starter kit. Young Living starter kits are between $165 and $170. There's several different ones to choose from. You get a 24% discount for the rest of your life for buying a kit, and then you're also in business. The investment that we put in is our time and our love and our hope and our faith. Because you have to grow this. Like a garden, you have to tend it for it to grow. So it's a powerful opportunity. It takes grit, it takes love, and it's worth it 100 times over. I talk about this profession. Within the industry talk about this profession as a kind of like a PhD with a compensation plan attached to it. So this is personal growth opportunity, getting paid to become a better version of yourself. So in closing, I want to find out where you're at. And I'm going to screen share one more time to show you a list of potential, you can click the box of, of where you think you are today. And what we hope is that you will reach out to the person that invited you to this, to watch this video, and follow up with them about your next steps. So I'm just going to read through your options and write it down on your notebook and circle it, because I know that follow through in general can be hard. And what I'm finding in my life right now during this time is that sometimes I can only take one baby step at a time. So it's huge that you showed up to class today. Thank you for coming. And write down what you want your next step to be, so that when you're ready to do that, whether that's the second this class ends or whether that's sometime tomorrow, you can do it, and you have it written down on paper, what your intention is. So maybe you already have a starter kit. You're already a wholesale member. You've been a customer like I was at the beginning, loving the oils and not aware of the business opportunity. And now you're kind of curious about getting started with the business. If that's the case, reach back out to the person who shared you this video and say, hey, I want to talk about starting my business. Can we set up a 3-way call with you and another mentor to talk about my next steps? Okay. Second option is that I'm intrigued and I want to learn more by trying it on. So in other words, if you're curious about Young Living, if you're curious about maybe founding a business, but you haven't actually experienced our products yet, I'm so excited for you. So the best part is actually getting to dive into the deliciousness of what we have to offer. So your next step is figuring out which of the many starter kits, the essential oils kit, the makeup kit, the CBD kit, or the Ninja Red kit, or other kits that would best service you and what you're excited about, and ask someone to help you go ahead and get that starter kit. The person that shared this video with you. Another option is that you want to try the oils and maybe revisit the business conversation later. How do I get a starter kit? Great. Same thing. Reach out, ask about the starter kit. Or maybe you thought this was really good brain food, but you, like me, are kind of skeptical and curious and you want more information. Let us know. Do you want to learn more about Young Living, who they are as a company, their mission statement, the products that they offer, their compensation plan? Or would you like to learn more about the business model in general? What is network marketing? How does it work? What are these concepts, leverage and residual income? Let us know and we'll be happy to send you tools to answer those questions. And if this doesn't resonate with you, just thanks for hanging out. I appreciate your time and attention. And if you have any questions, please feel free to, again, reach out to the person that shared the video with you, so that we can get back to you and answer you. Serena, I want to thank you so much for asking for this class and for hosting me so beautifully. Thank you for rocking your business and being such a light in our community. So grateful to you. Anything you want to say in closing?
No, thank you so much. It's so good to share this time together and just have something to share with people that kind of comes from the heart. So it feels good to put this together. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all, and blessings on your day, blessings on your businesses, and have a wonderful afternoon.